Hello. Seems that I have some issues with the streaming. Hopefully it does not automatically stop again. Okay. Before we dive into this, let's see how things are looking. The Desolate Desert, Empire 345 is trying to put Empire 305 out of Zone 3. Someone from our side, I don't know what it does here. Okay. This is the Apex Championship. Cult of God, King Arthur, seems that here. At 171 million, I should be able to defeat him. So, most probably I'll be in final with this player, Terbaik, and he will win it. And with that, let's go over what I plan to do, meaning look over the top formation from Conquest, discuss them, and yeah, see what other players are using. The interesting part is that I went over this while the streaming program failed and I did not notice. So I will just go over again, but very quick. Chia formations, at least what he used in the Conquest event, is a Suleiman silenced based formation that is really nice build. Let's look over it just to confirm something here. 3, 2, 2. Okay, so I was trying to figure out what are his formations in order of priority. So priority number 1 is his King Arthur.
Nice.
And yeah, health, might, active 4 even, and might, health plus active, so amazing. Radiance, adornment, horse is with overpower, and I was and really curious if he tested overpower versus Army Thunder, because personally I will say that Army Thunder should be better, but I don't know. Have not tested King Arthur ever. Good. So that's his top formation with best rings that you can do for this formation. Second, right now I'm debating if it is Suleiman or it is Lubu for him. I tend to think it's Suleiman, but because one it's might based, one is strategy based, I don't know. The only thing that I was looking at the Suleiman formation, and Gia, if you are listening, or someone can tell him, or maybe I will reach out, is I consider that Everflame wings may be better to be put on Crimson Duck, and Lofty Mountain to be put on Suleiman. Why I'm saying that is the Everflame wings does this part: increase the enemy troop strategy damage taken by 5% strategy bonus. So this is what it scales with strategy, plus deal strategy damage every second, damage rate 12.5% strategy bonus, versus this one that does after 18 seconds increases your troop damage by 15% strategy bonus. And because Suleiman has higher strategy than Crimson Duck, I feel like the 15% damage increase with strategy bonus from Suleiman should produce better results like that. But again, that's my opinion, never tested it, at least in this configuration, to say for sure. Afterwards, the formation 2 I will consider mostly Suleiman, formation 3 Lubu, Lubu of course Boiling Blood. But on Lubu formation it was really interesting to see that you get Rally here Adornment, and on Attila you get Chainslayer. This at least says to me that this formation is designed for rallies and nothing more. Plus the gems are also in a configuration that is more appropriate for being used in a rally. So this is what I consider there. And finally, two more formations to talk about. Ramses formation, I suppose this being the fourth in terms of priority. Why it is fourth and not higher? Because the Ramses will really benefit out of Zhuge Liang, and you can see Zhuge Liang is used in the Suleiman formation. So that's the main reason why this is like that. Ramses formation, right now we are in season 5 if I remember correctly, and Zhuge Liang, it's a hero from season 5 that works amazing with Ramses, and his formation is for season 4. Charlemagne, I think it's from season 4, so yeah. And finally, what I can see here is Cyrus, and if it is very interesting to see that he did not use the Tranquil Water ring. at all. Okay. Yeah, so Cyrus, from my point of view, seems to be the least, the last formation in terms of priority. You can see just based on the gems plus rings that are used there. Really curious how Ring of Bear acts in this formation. I would personally have never think to use Ring of Bear in Cyrus formation because it reduces all hero armor by 20. I will have used Ring of Lion, if I'm not mistaken. Is that one? Let me see. Where it is? This one. A Ring of Lion, yes. Because it increases hero might, strategy and armor by 65. But okay. So that is on rank 1 from the conquest event, Chia. Second in terms of ranking, Roy from 363. Let's see what he's playing. We see the same formation.
Nice.
Health. Okay, he's using attack here instead of health. So definitely a little less than Chia in terms of gems. And I highly advise to have health instead of attack.
Tak ada negeri yang terlalu luas.
Capacity, health, okay. Yeah. I really liked, at least from my perspective, I like more what Chia did, plus his way to build from how Chia built the formation. It's perfect. Here I see a big problem, but before saying that's a problem, let's verify it. So hero turn-based skill damage, passive turn-based deal my damage. Okay, so yes, Tribuana does my damage. And active. Okay, I will have not. Tribuana does so few damage. King's Blade, Peerless Strike. Is that what Tribuana should have? Let me see. Legendary Warrior Swords confirm.
Even the smallest stone.
Tak ada negeri yang terlalu luas atau terlalu jauh untuk
Tribuana
ditaklukkan.
should have King Blade, okay. And Righteous Judgment should be better. King.
Tak ada negeri yang terlalu luas atau terlalu jauh untuk
Skyward
ditaklukkan.
Knight, very good. Not the best horse. I mean, renewal is fine, but lifesaver is what you want to do, because healing has a cap first of all, and healing is not as powerful as it is damage reduction. So yeah, some interesting type of build here. I'll have used only recovery effect as Chia did.
Krigere tänker ikke på kjønn.
And Lagertha, okay. Another defense here. Yeah, definitely. I like more what Chia did. for this formation. Let's see what other things he plays. So he has also Ramses, that I see the same discussion that I had earlier with Everflame Wing versus Lofty Mountain, and also Moon deals strategy damage. Okay. Yeah, so this is a formation mostly focused on damage. What other formations? Okay. Okay, let's see.
Bricks and blocks have lives of their own.
Starlink, okay. Oh, did I look at the... No, I have not
Knights,
looked over.
the gift.
Okay, Radiance.
Tak ada negeri yang
I cannot pronounce that word.
Krigere
Aid,
tänker
let's say it like that. And resistance, yeah.
Bricks and blocks.
For Ramses, active skill strategy. Okay.
Non numero mille. Agir justement.
Press on the wrong hero. Interesting build, how he choose to play Charlemagne.
不傲才以骄人，不以宠而作威。
I feel like it's very interesting to see that he chose to use all unit type defense on all of the heroes at 1 gem. Hi Nikki, I'm in season 5, so I do not have DJG. I will get it pretty soon. So Roland, that's season 7 if I remember correctly. And Mansa, let me see what other players are doing.
Accept this trifle.
For terms of gems, again, 1 defense, 1 health. So what I was saying earlier, I feel like Chia ways of building the formation is also in line with what I'm doing.
This trifle.
And in
Just
terms
come
of gems, let me see. Pretty similar to Roy here. Here, hero armor. Yeah, so my formation, of course, I'm not a Kraken like them, but my Cyrus formation looks like this, and for Mansa, have health 1, all attributes, recovery, capacity, all attributes, recovery. So this is how I'm using Mansa Musa. Pretty similar with what other players are doing. It's in the end a balance between each formation and what's the priority of your formation. And when I say priority is that you have a main formation and afterwards second, third, and so on. If you are a whale or a Kraken, if you are mid-spender or lower, don't even consider going more than 2 formations. And 2 formations maybe as a mid-spender, and maybe in season 6 if you reach that part to have a second formation. Otherwise you should have everything focused on your main formation. Okay, let's continue here. So I was looking at Ramses, Belisarius. Belisarius definitely. This is a little contradictory for anybody that's again mid-spender or lower. Don't try to have things like this because all unit type attack of 2% versus all unit type attack 7%. Once you merge the gems, the increase in percentage gets lower and lower. So better keep 2 all unit type attack at mythic 1, then upgrading 1 to mythic 2 and having 1 that's simple. Because all unit type attack mythic 1, do we get somewhere?
I am already bound.
Mythic 1 all unit type attack, let me see. Again 2, but mythic 1 I expect to be at 5%. Mythic 3, so 10.5. Maybe it's at 4%. Let's continue with this one. I got sidetracked by seeing this one. Strategy, that's fine. Secondary strike and secondary strike again with iron hoof double attack. Okay.
I am already bound unto a husband, which is the kingdom of.
And Ashoka. Oh, I was not looking at the adornment strategy in secondaries. Yeah, so Ashoka does strategy plus my damage, so strategy pretty okay. Resourceful. I have tried different adornments on Lubu, but Boiling Blood is the best. Now all of my tests have been done with adornment at level 60, and in terms of advancement, so rerolls, the just the free one. So it's not the best comparison that you can do, but Boiling Blood seems to be the best for Lubu. Another good adornment that let's see here, that I have tested a little, but I will get some of them. Where is Adornment Workshop? Cavalry. So Lone Veiler, I have never managed to get this adornment. Boiling Blood tested. Really, I tested this adornment and I plan to switch my resistant adornments with Rally, but I will do this only when the formation will be in a rally. And for Lubu, another option, increase the next hero. So this is basically for the third hero in the formation. Cloud Piercer was also good. And Shadow Chaser. Not that. But also for the third hero seems that is that one. Yeah. However, if you are to put on Lubu, Boiling Blood should be the best. The healing that you get from it, because of the critical strike that Lubu does a big difference. Radiant Thunder. Yeah, so this is Roy. A different type of build that we see compared to Chia, but pretty strong nevertheless. Third here, Huang. Huang from 376. 376. Curious about something. Okay, 370. I was considering is him from the trial migration, pilot migration, but no, 374 is from there. So let's see Huang. Most probably his primary formation, King Arthur. Let's see what he does here. Very interesting. Pretty similar to what Roy did. And I suppose his second formation is Cyrus. But let's continue on the primary. Did not complete it here. Army Thunder plus Overpower. Yeah, that's really good. Radiance, of course. So if you are using King Arthur, Radiance should be the adornment. We have seen the runes. King Power with High Spirit, of course, and Pitiless Strike. Tribuana with Lifesaver. Whoa, nice horse, Lifesaver plus Bedrock with resistance. Okay. Tribuana's pretty well built.
Krigere
And
tänker inte på kön.
Lagerta. Hey man, you don't have a better horse than this one with purple overpower resistance. Yeah, so the best King Arthur is definitely Chia. He has the best adornments built, the best gems set up there. Really nice. Okay, let's continue with what I consider the second best formation. Secondary strike, okay. Might. Turn-based kill damage. What? Dustbane and Army Sunder. Army Sunder is one of the best traits that you get from horses. Dustbane, I do not remember exactly what it does. Let me look over it. Just a second. Hey. Mounts, breeding center. Not breeding center, mount management. Okay, where is first of all expand. Where is Dustbane? Solo battle mounted hero damage increase to 10%, only effective when attacking player troops. So 10% damage increase. I suppose all type of damage. Curious if I have any Dustbane. I have some, but not so. I have even one that's yellow. Yeah, so Army Sunder I consider pretty good. In most of the cases, depends. It's complicated. It's not a simple answer here, because in my testing, for Lubu, I determined that Thunderbolt is the best trait that you want to get for your adornment. However, it is with a very important note. This is when you have Attila in your formation. Once you get to season 6, where you get DJG and the second hero to replace Attila, in that case Thunderbolt may not be the best trait that you want to have there. But Thunderbolt is the best when you have it red, because otherwise is okay. What do you have the biggest percentage? Is Thunderbolt, is Army Sunder, or is Gallant? And if you have, let's say, Gallant at 9%, Thunderbolt at 5 and Army Sunder at 2, take the Gallant because it will offer the most damage. It's ring base also. What do you mean it's ring base? Hey Daryl.
Madame Kurosh.
Oh, random number generator changes of critical and secondary strike. Yeah. So again, it's not simple Army Thunder or any other trait to decide. It is about what percentage you get there, it is about what formation you have. There are multiple factors. To keep it simple, what is the highest percentage that fits the type of damage that the hero does, or Army Thunder. That should be for your commander. I did any Miyamoto, Zhugliang, Lagerta tests? I think I did. Let me look where it is. Miyamoto. Yes, I did Miyamoto, Lagerta, Zhugliang. Yeah, so your formation, it's a little different than what I did. There is a video that I posted a while back in my channel. Let me see. Right now I'm looking at a different application. Yes, so the video was 2 weeks ago. Best Swordman formation for Season 5. And yeah, Zhugliang is a very good hero, but if you are to get the best results, I will say to keep it in Ramses formation, or how Chiang, how's the player name? Chia, yeah, so, or how Chia is playing him in the Archer Tactician formation.
Maybe not Pierre.
Yeah, you can test again. However, keep in mind that Lubu, at least starting Season 6, is better to have him in rallies, so Dustbane will not be as good. If there's no if here, in about 2 weeks I think we'll get a new season, and at that moment day, I don't know, 3, I expect to open the new what's called legendary advent with the heroes. So in that day I will get both DJG and the other hero that I'm right now missing the name, 5-star them, and start testing. So maybe also we get Pioneer. Oh, we will see. Yeah, let's continue here.
God has given to man no sharper spur to victory than contempt of death.
What I like and what Huang did, or Juan GG, I suppose, is that he really focused on one formation. Even for him, that's a Kraken. He has only one good formation. The rest are built with whatever was left. So if you see this done at the Kraken level, most of the players should really follow. Unfortunately, this is not the case.
Sed virtude animi bellum decernit.
Use Ramses to replace Mia or King Arthur. What do you mean by that?
Frugalitas omnium.
Bricks and blocks have lives of their own. They stand eternal.
Okay, so we found the second formation in terms of priority. Hi Ruthless, so can I make a video about gathering formation? I do not remember what video I made in season 2. Now, in terms of gathering formations, I'm not an expert there. I have did very little test. Very little, I mean no testing at all. What's the best gathering formation? How to build a good gathering formation? My recommendation still stands. Try to build gathering formations so you have one that's the best, one that's second best, and so on. I can take a short break from that part and show you here. So this is my top gathering formation with gathering bonus of 371%. Second best 320, third 297, fourth 269, and least 250%. So you can see that there is a big difference, and why you'll do that is that your main formation should gather at your alliance center, where this bonus scales much better with the amount of gathering that is done there, or at the rich resources once you get rich resources. The second best should be at the alliance center once you get rich resources and the top formation goes there, or goes to the resource that is where you have the highest bonus. And what do I mean by highest bonus? If you, for example, are playing Arabs, you get bonus by food gathering speed at 5%. So definitely you'll try to gather food. This is why for me you see those resources. Now my alliance has the where it is here, wonder. This is the wonder. Yes, I think so. Yes. The arena wonder that does not this one, this one. Increase allied gold gathering speed. Gathering speed of gold resources 5% plus there is another here. Yes, another prospecting plan here. So you should gather based on those bonuses that you have from your alliance, from your castle and so on, and you'll decrease whatever you get. Now, if you are a free-to-play player, that's not possible. Because for me, I will use wood, iron and gold from chests, and I can balance the resources. If you are a free-to-play player, then you may not have so many chests to balance what you do, so in the end you're gathering resources where your gathering speed will not be the best. So yeah, it's not so simple in that case. However, if you are a mid spender, I think you may be able to do that. Again, I'm not a mid spender to say about it. So yeah. And now let's think how to build those formations. I don't know. I tried, as I said, get one formation with best gathering. Now it's best to have like what I did here, or I don't know, let's say replace King Derek with Darius. That's not something that I know, not tested. Plus there is another question that I have and have not tested or went into it. What is better? Is better to have abundance, or it is better to have it is swift? Never tested. I left it like that. I have not seen anybody do a proper test on that, so maybe once I will get more time, I will manage to test it. Are you living in USA? No, I'm not living in USA. I'm living in Romania, and English, most probably I have an accent, but yeah. Definitely I will not speak in my native language, because the way I'm speaking, it's part with English words. So it will be a little harder to follow. Good. Let's go back to the conquest and looking at other formations that we can see from here. We were looking at Ramses, we see Chalamet, a Ring of Badger, really nice here. It's pretty interesting that I suppose he switched some parts around, because I see Ramses in terms of equipment being better than Cyrus, or no, it's the same. This is not 4 stars, and this is not 4 stars. So so there is not a clear separation between what's second formation and what's third formation. Plus, in terms of rings, this is level 40, this is level 40, this should have been level 40, this, I don't know, something lower. But yeah, mistakes happen. He's not the only one doing mistakes. Crow, yes, really nice. Interesting Belisaurus, second in command, and left Hannibal main. with cavalry. Okay.
No numer.
God has given.
A lone valor. After entering battle, if there is only one combat target, reduce your troop damage by... Okay, that's really nice.
Frugalitas.
And finally Lubu.
Karşımızda kimse duramaz.
Okay, so definitely Lubu has better equipment than the rest. And it's also 4 stars. So I will say this is his second formation in that case. And between Cyrus and
God has given to
Hannibal,
man.
no, Cyrus and Ramses, one of those is third, fourth, and
God has
Hannibal
given to
fifth.
man.
Let's see. Shadow Chaser. Whoa. Something that doesn't add up. Priorities don't match here. Army Thunder. Whoa. This, I think, is the best horse that I ever seen for a commander. At least for Lubu that uses Thunderbolt. Damn. We need to take a moment to appreciate what we see here. Army Thunder plus Thunderbolt. And Army Thunder Red. In a gold horse with might and armor. That's really nice. However, I'm confused seeing this adornment purple while seeing gold adornments on other lower ranked formations. And why do I consider them lower ranked? Because in terms of equipment, they are not full 4 stars.
Karşımızda kimse duramaz. Sarsılma.
Interesting.
The world.
Army Thunder on Attila? No, please, please put something better. Attila does so little damage that it doesn't make sense to put Army Thunder on him. And here was again resistance. Yeah, pretty interesting. So overall, it's a very interesting way of building that account. Let's continue with Destroyer W from 353. Does he have a King Arthur? He has only a 3-star King Arthur.
Knights, the gift.
Curious if a 3-star King Arthur beats Ramses or Miyamoto, with, again, considering that everything else is same. I have not looked at the horse for here. Army Thunder plus overpower, another very good horse with my strategy. Radiance, yes, Radiance. What? Turn-based skill damage? Oh yes, Tribuana does also a little turn-based skill damage. Okay, I would have never used turn-based gems on Tribuana. Her damage is pretty low. Interesting. Only resistance, purple.
Krigere tänker ikke.
Another Army Thunder on Lagertha. Whoa. I was not expecting that one. Resistance, okay.
Manam Kurosh.
Yeah, Raffle, so if you watched my other videos or joined my Discord community, I have one thing to say. This applies for every player. Build one good formation. And at least for free-to-play player, my recommendation is to skip some heroes at some in some seasons. Now, I do not know in what season you are. If you give me that information, I can provide some more guidance. But there are some heroes that are good in some formation for one season. If that's the case, as a free-to-play player, you should skip those heroes. A hero for a free-to-play player should be at least 2-3 seasons used. For example, Attila, let's take him. We are in season 5. For whoever is playing cavalry or even archers, Attila is still being used. So 5 seasons. If you have not invested until now, basically season 1, season 2 to 5-star Attila, yeah, that's a long-term investment. Secondly, take Lub. Other servers are in season 7. Soon maybe they will reach season 8 in terms of heroes. Lubu is still used, and Lubu is season 2 hero. So yeah, think of a lifespan of a hero and try to grow only those. Plus, going back to what I said initially, have focus only on one formation. And please don't go with pikes as free-to-play player, or even low spender, mid spender. Myself, consider myself a whale. I tested in season 4, tried to do Cyrus formation, and determined that it's not for me. My recommendation is build a Cyrus formation if and only if you are a Kraken. Now, you can do other pikeman formation like
Non numero
Belisarius.
meritum, sed virtude animi
Belisarius it's a very powerful pikeman formation, and there are others. However, the problem with Belisarius, at least in the early seasons, is that he needs Ashoka, and Ashoka it's a Mightiest Governor event hero, so very hard to get. Elizabeth, the same. It is Mightiest Governor event hero, so this formation may not be appropriate for some accounts. Hopefully you got the idea, and if you have other questions, let me know.
Maybe not Pierre.
Accept his
Oh,
driver.
I have not seen the horse. Again, Army Sander, damn you. A lot of horses with Army Sander and Resistance Blue. This player is Destroyer W. Destroyer W, or someone that he's playing with this player. Tell him to focus on one thing, finish it, and continue with the second thing. Putting resources in all of the formations does not help him.
Accept his rifle.
Thunder Winter. Oh, I suppose he used the horse for lifesaver. That's really nice. Thunderbolt. Yeah, what you cannot do too much if you have it. Resistance.
Non numero meritum, sed virtude.
Resourceful. In battle, the mounted hero has a chance to gain the following effect before. Oh, I have seen that again. That's pretty nice for Belisarius, okay.
I am already.
Whoa, so much capacity. Recovery, okay. Gambit, after the mounted hero deals skill damage, has a 65% chance to deal strategic damage to the target. Damage rate 70%, strategy bonus, triggers up to once every 3 seconds. If not triggered, increases strategy by 10. Okay. Interesting. Level 20 adornment, okay. I was not paying attention what level are the rest. Again level 20. And for
Non numero meritum.
Belisarius it is level 43. Okay. The rings are really good for this account. Really good, acceptable. But to see so many not maxed out, meaning I suppose this is a priority because it's level 49, but at the same time, why is this level 40? I suppose it started with some and moved to another, or just mistakes from the beginning. Okay, let's continue with
Bricks and blocks have
Ramses.
lives of their own. They
armies under mounted active skill strategy damage increase. Okay, another interesting and good horse. Attack, strategy. Okay.
Agir
Oh,
justement.
I
Bricks and
missed the adornment. Deceptive words. Interesting. Oh. So Ramses, it's archers. Let's see here. Archers. Okay, so he's playing Ramses as an archer. Okay. I
Bricks
was
and
not
blocks
really
have
expecting to see on Ramses deceptive words, but again, depends on what adornments you get. The best adornment for Ramses being Starlink. What was the level? 60. Okay. This is getting confused. Level 60 here, and another formation had level 20, 40.
Agir justement est préféré.
Okay, so he chose to go with sowing discord just for stealing strategy. At least here I see a good build, meaning Ever Flaming Wing, not on Ramses. And in terms of adornment, Warp Rep, okay, I have not seen this ever used. When enter the battlefield, yeah, I don't like this adornment at all, but I suppose he did not roll too much. Not here, okay, and resistance, okay. Interesting. Lobo. Have you looked over Lobo? Gallant Lifesaver. No, I do not remember. Okay, Boiling Blood. But adornment with defense for Lobo. Yeah, this account needs a couple of updates because it has a lot of good stuff, but it needs focus and some cleanup. Chainslayer, okay, Chainslayer, it's the next hit. Skill damage. No. If anyone is interested, please don't use horses with fierce trait. That's the weakest trait that you could have. I mean, not maybe not the weakest, but as useless as possible. Okay, that was Destroyer. Gillespie, this guy we fought together, and he has a really nice account. His pikemen were really nice. Let's see, so he's focused on capacity, might, and passive. Again, capacity. Army Sander plus valor, passive skill. Whoa, another very nice horse with secondary strike, really good. Let's continue. Vlad, health, might, passive. Okay. Perfect lifesaver, resistance, yes. And Celestial Spark, that's the best ring that you can have on Vlad. And Mansa Musa, let's see here, another health. Yeah, really well built formation. Resistance and whoa, really nice fearless plus lifesaver. So this is how a good pikeman formation should look, and you can see it from a Kraken. Good, let's see what could have been the second. And also, if you can see here, he has a clear focus on what his priority. And it's obvious that second, in terms of priority, I mean, I will say second is Ramses, third Miyamoto, but let me see.
Bricks and blocks have lives of their own.
Army Sundered with Spirit Bound, again really nice horse. Calculation, interesting. When the mounted hero activates their signature active skill, increase strategy by taking out the free. When the signature active skill damage 7%. Okay. I've not used calculation. Yes, calculation. Seeing health 2 here, it is interesting. Another health 2. Okay. Plus resistance, good.
Agir justement est
Another resistance. And let's see on the gems. Health. Okay. And Miyamoto. Okay, so definitely Miyamoto it's third in priority. Or, let's see until the end. Wavebreaker. Okay, so basically it's the same as calculation, but it's for the might part. Nice.
zekanın sınırını görmek için
Mehmet. Yeah, right now there is no more question what is Ramses or Miyamoto higher priority for him. Ramses is higher priority. Bedrock and with resistance, nice.
Krigere tänker ikke.
Okay. Again, capacity. Okay, let's see Lubu.
此刻开始。
Ooh, Army Thunder plus Thunderbolt. Nice, nice, nice. Max to Boiling Blood. Really nice horse there. Attack, might. What is something, let's say, not to my liking on this account is that the gems for all of the formations are at the same level, almost at the same level. Whoa, so this some really nice horses you get here.
The world shall
Perseverance, another useless skill trait. I feel like he used a lot of gems to get the hero unit capacity. For anybody that's watching or thinking to get unit capacity gems, I will highly recommend against getting hero unit capacity gems. Get hero health gems, because unit capacity, it does not scale well with your evolution in the game, and later on health gems are more valuable. If you are thinking short term, yes, capacity is better. Long term, health is better.
Non numero militum.
Okay, and Blood Rage, okay.
I am already bound onto
Start to get a little sleepy. Also, man, reset those, get one hero to max here, and afterwards increase one by one hero.
I am.
Interesting. I suppose this was used initially in other formation. White is upgraded only by there. Okay, and we get also MBG Terbaik. Hopefully that's the way of pronouncing. I know his main is Pikeman.
Manam Kurosh.
Okay, well.
Consider how many of you are
Budia,
fighting.
so he did not use yet. Oh, Vlad, he put Vlad on cavalry, okay.
Consider how many of you are fighting.
What happened here?
Accept his trifle.
Hey, what happened with... Yes, besides the missing gems, that curious what happened there. The pie formation looks really nice. Lubu formation, whoa. Radiant Thunder. Level 50. With Gallant, interesting.
Mai bine pierd.
So definitely Lubu formation is for rallies. And this is something that I also want to do. Get this adornment and for the next season to be used on the Lubu formation.
The world shall crumble.
Chainslayer, not the best, but yeah. And also I get confused, if someone knows, let me know. When it says increases the next hero skill damage, it refers to Attila next skill damage, or does it refer to the next hero, meaning Lubu, skill damage? English is not my primary language, and this is a little hard to understand. So if someone knows for sure, let me know. But yes, Lubu formation looks really nice. Based on the upgrades, pretty sure is the second or maybe first in terms of priority for him. But yeah, looks really nice. Wave breaker, okay. Yeah, I really like what I'm seeing here. Here level 3 I don't consider to be the best, but yeah.
Tak ada negeri yang terlalu
Interesting that he went with fortification here. I have not looked over the resistance, yes.
Krigere tenker ikke på kjønn.
Non numero militum, sed virtude.
Yeah, so that was the third in terms of priority. You can see based on the equipment that was completed, this is not completed.
I am already bound.
And I really liked how he built the account. Only one thing I would have done it differently, and that is gems that were level 3 to be used in better places. Maybe this is why they are missing, so you could have seen that here is one missing, that most probably here I've seen it. Yes, held 3, so that should have been done there. And there was another missing on, 2 missing here, and most probably done in another place. However, this looks like a really well built account, and with that I think I will stop for today. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you liked this type of video, and yeah, have a wonderful day. See you in the next. Bye bye.